Alright, what's up, guys? Today I wanted to look into a few a few matches where the tilt sweep is used, and I think it's quite a cool sweep. It's kind of old school. It's kind of like the John Wayne sweep, and one person that's really caught my eye that does this really well is Alex Sodre, and he's a black belt featherweight from Brazil. And yeah, he hits the sleep really well. And I'll just quickly pull up an old clip. Well, not particularly old, but a clip of mine that I uploaded not too long ago, and kind of go into the tilt sweep. And should show it here, but what it is like I said, kind of like a John Wayne sweep. It usually originates from the inside De La Riva hook, and there's a half lasso. You're basically opening uh, your top knee, your half lasso leg, and you're kind of closing in your inside De La Riva hook leg, and this should facilitate opening of the hip and knee of your opponent, which should knock them back. Now, it's more so a move that you use when, like I explained in the video, when the arm drag isn't available. But certain individuals like Alex Sodre seem to be able to use it at will. And one thing I noticed that he does, which is quite cool, is he actually doesn't rely on always having the inside De La Riva hook in. So I'll show you that now. So this is a match he uses this move, this variation against Israel Almeida, who's also a really, really good competitor. And what you'll see is he's got his half lasso or shallow lasso, and he's got a spider guard on this right leg, a foot on the bicep, and you should see quite soon. Yeah, he hits the sweep right here. So I'll just go back. So he actually leaves the foot on the bicep, and one thing that remains constant though is his right hand is vacant. He lets go of the right hand, and it's almost like a back sweep, and he kind of makes sure that his hips and his back are very extended and flat when he does this, and he just knocks the guy back. And I think the foot on the bicep makes it harder for the guy to kind of like square up to him and kind of like push back into him. It kind of forces him to get knocked back. So I'll just play that again. So kind of like freeze frame it. So he lets go of the sleeve as he straightens out with the foot on the bicep, and he makes his hips really heavy, and all the weight I can see right now is really going through Israel Almeida's right leg. You can see there that his left leg is completely light. He's trying to like recover his base with his left leg, but he's getting swept completely backwards, so he can't actually recover. He's got no points of contact with the floor directly behind him, and so he's going to fall right into single leg X. I guess one of the issues with this variation of the sweep is that you fall directly back into single leg X. Um, this particular match, Isaac Dodelin versus Alex Sodre in 2019 Euros is interesting because, again, he keeps the foot on the bicep, and it's almost like in this one, it's almost like he uses his right leg to kind of like steering wheel sweep him over. Again, the issue, like I said before, and I mean, it's not always going to be an issue. In this case, it was. Issue is that you come up into a single leg X, leg entanglement, and fortunately for Isaac, he had been working his ankle lock variation that he's been using, which is like a like to call it an inside ankle lock because it hits the inner side of the ankle, and eventually it also hits the inner side of the knee, so it's kind of like an inside heel hook. But yeah, so he does manage to catch Sodre off of it here. If you were to zoom in on this, you'd be able to see that his heel and ankle is kind of getting twisted and rotated. But yeah, he gets the tap. But anyway, that's not so much the point with that clip, aside from the fact that the variation that Sodre is using here does give you the does give the guy a leg entanglement. But still, I really like the way he kind of keeps the guy thinking that whoever is on top is dealing with a double sleeve guard where there's a spider and half lasso. And then the moment he starts to stretch out his leg, he actually lets go of the sleeve grip. So it's almost like the guy is like pulling, and then he lets go like a slingshot. And as he lets go, he's hitting that tilt sweep and he's making his hips really heavy and also kind of like flattening out his back. So I'll just put that in one more time. It's very cool to see. Watching like almost all his matches, I saw that he was like hitting the sweep on practically everyone. um, let's see. And so again, these are just the matches I've got pulled up on YouTube, but he actually does like the very textbook standard one, the one that I showed in that previous video, where he's got an inside or reverse De La Riva hook with his right leg, and then his left leg has got the half lasso. So you'll see here against Lucas Pinheiro, he just kind of sends him, dumps him over. And a few things to note here is how he's really like anteriorly tilted with his pelvis. So his lower spine is extended, his hips are getting ready to kind of extend. It's almost like he's defending a stack pass under the legs pass. He's kind of really flattening and making his legs heavy. And it really helps with kind of sending the guy over. Thanks everyone for watching. Just a quick apology for the lack of content in that particular video. The main reason why is because I don't want YouTube to pull me up for copyright for taking videos straight from Flow Grappling. So I've just stuck with using just the YouTube videos that are on the IBJJF YouTube channel, and that usually seems to be okay. That being said though, I think that the content that I used in that particular video is very good content. I think it's enough to display how the tilt sweep works. If you guys want to delve into that sweep a bit more, you should head over to Flow Grappling and you should search up Alex Sodre's matches. And he's been hitting this sweep since brown belt, if not purple belt. And again, like I mentioned in the analysis, he hits that sweep at will, and it's by far his most high percentage sweep. On that note, again, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and stay tuned because over the next few weeks and months I'm going to be uploading more and more open guard content, because I've got a short announcement to make quite shortly as well. Anyways, thanks again guys, take care and see you next time.